The multi-billion shilling deal signed back in 2015 to supply counties with medical equipment is turning out to be something of a riddle wrapped in mystery. Former Health Cabinet Secretary Mailu now says that he was never privy to the contents of the contract despite heading the docket. His assertions come just a day after former Attorney General Professor Githu Muigai claimed the Ministry of Health failed to heed his legal advice. NTV's Zainab Ismail reveals the secrets and the lies.
The 63 billion shillings managed equipment services on leased medical apparatus, a gift perhaps to county governments, is still wrapped in mystery. In a meeting with the Senate ad hoc committee investigating the controversial deal, former Health Cabinet Secretary Mailu, who was in charge of the health docket when the payment was varied from 95 million to 100 million shillings per county under very unclear circumstances, says he was out of the loop and that he has never seen the contract in his entire stint at the helm of the ministry.
I remember clearly how many times those contracts I asked them for, and those contracts were asked by the parliament, and how many times those documents, indeed the word were secret document. And I wondered as a minister, what is in this contract which was not to be revealed to the minister and to a committee or parliament.
Dr. Mailu, who is now serving as Kenya's ambassador to the UN in Geneva, Switzerland, told the committee how he was an outsider in his own ministry.
You sound like you are a stranger in the palace. Now, stranger as you are, which of these places was standing in your way to know what was going on in the ministry?
I would say that the first principal secretary whom I worked with, I found it very difficult to be able to perform my duties effectively.
Well, who served as a PS during your time? That's like
I had two principal secretaries, Muraguri and Mr. Koril.
Mailu served as Health Cabinet Secretary between 2015 and 2018. But even more curious is a confidential document in our possession dated 10th of July 2015 and signed by the former AG Githu Muigai, which indicates that the AG cleared the MES project. Part of the letter notes, and I quote, "My office has independently reviewed the MES contracts and we hereby ascertain the validity of the contracts and further confirmed that the obligations of the government expressed in the transaction documents constitute legal, valid and binding obligations." But the former AG had on Wednesday admitted that he authorized the ministry to engage various contractors and even sign pre-contracts. Muigai, however, told the ad hoc committee that by the time he exited office in 2018, the ministry was yet to deliver to his office the final contracts for sign-off. Zainab Ismail, NTV.